Music is a soundtrack to people's lives. There are very few people who don't in some way respond to music. I'm Steve Abbott, and I'm the curator of the exhibition currently at the Cultural Arts Center at the Site of Music. It's opening tonight, October 29th, and it's going to run here at the Cultural Arts Center through November 4th. The Cultural Arts Center is at 139 West Main Street, downtown, and the show is an attempt to bring together the ideas of collaboration in the arts. A concept by which we would ask artists to respond to music in some way, and it might be songs, it might be particular forms of music or instruments. The artists have looked at this in ways that have surprised me and the other originators of the idea. Many of them are in response to particular songs or particular types of music, but a lot of the artists have stretched it far beyond what we would have imagined. Interactive aspects to the artworks that they produced. Some by touching the artwork itself, they can produce tones that indicate some kind of response in terms of the actual work. Others are going to have audio accompaniment to the works that they've described. The appeal was to Ohio artists, and we cast a pretty wide net. Several artists were invited to submit and to present their works. Others simply responded to our call for submissions, and our two judges looked over the works, and I've been pleased with the selections they made. I have to say that I'm surprised at some of the selections they made, which to me is really gratifying. What anyone who comes to the show is going to see is the way in which arts break down the barriers between what we tend to consider discrete and distinct aspects of art. A number of sculpture pieces that responded to it, including one that uses an old backboard that emergency medical technicians use to lift people, and it's been set up like a thumb piano, so that basically a person lying on the board can be there and people can play the various pieces of wire that are part of a thumb piano and create music from that with somebody lying on the board, breaking through the distinctions between the visual and the sensory, the audio. The whole idea of the exhibition was, how do we bring these different aspects of art together and present them to the community in a new way? We have a large number of events scheduled to go along with. So during the month, we're going to have Richard Lopez, who's a local jazz pianist, performing a commissioned piece in response to various kinds of music. There are going to be workshops in which writers can come. There's also going to be a performance of poems written by local poets in response to some of the artworks, and that's going to be combined with specific choreographed dances from the Columbus Modern Dance Companies. There are also going to be a number of lectures and discussions throughout the month. A quartet from the symphony is going to play at one of the local youth centers and invite youth to respond to pieces that they might not normally be involved with or exposed to. Music is a soundtrack to people's lives. There are very few people who don't in some way respond to music. And so there's so many different ways that music is active in our lives that this exhibition has given us an opportunity to let artists, let visual artists, find a way to say, how do we interpret songs? How do we interpret specific instruments? How do we interpret the non-rhythmic music of nature in visual form? And it's an exceptional exhibition. The Site of Music is going to be an exhibition at the Columbus Cultural Arts Center, 139 West Main Street, throughout the month of October through November 4th. So I encourage anyone who wants to see a different aspect of visual art and a way in which the arts come together in complementary ways to come down and see the exhibition. You won't be disappointed.